bonsoir. Bienvenue tout le monde à Annou Koze. Non, moi c'est Kishma Serieux. Bon, yo di Creole c'est langue maman nous. So which means anglais c'est tichli. So nous capons tous les façades. So we're going to be doing it in English and in Creole. Welcome. Bienvenue à Annou Koze. Quand ouais also c'est moi on qui là. Ek nou ten on semaine qui était bien intéressé. We had a very interesting week. Nous savons Shaiba été fait d'autres moun qui te kave nouvelle ve différents programmes moi si oui zo ouais d'autres ba ek d'autres moun ni on opinion yo. So nous we at GVD, the management and staff of GVD felt it necessary to just make a statement, as it were. So please permit me. So ni anti patience nous kay li un statement from management GVD. So statement say concerning departure of Marvin Charles. Right. We, the management and staff of Great Visions Designs TV, would like to officially announce the decision of Marvin Charles to depart from the Annou Koze show. Okay. We would like to emphatically state that we would like to emphatically state that we have not, did not promote sabotage or victimization or any underhanded act. It has not and it will not be our modus operandi. We at GVD continue to celebrate and encourage individual expression and opinion backed by facts and respect. We take the opportunity to express sincere gratitude to our sponsors, our viewers, our supporters, and those who continue to encourage us. We would also like to thank Mr. Marvin Charles, for the time that we spent together. And we extend our best wishes to him in the future. Now, the show Annou Koze will continue, and we thank our viewers so much for tuning in. We continue to work on improving the quality and the frequency of our programs. Thank you. So, say a statement from management GVD. So, nous kay continue avec Annou Koze. We will continue with the show. It was, and I want to say personally, I want to really thank Marvin Charles for the opportunity, and I've told this to him, but I'm going to say it publicly now. I want to thank him, by extension GVD, but we're speaking specifically to him. I want to thank him for the opportunity that I had for the last 6 months or so to join him on Annou Koze. Moi vle really di merci mav. Moi bien apprécié. It was an eye-opening experience. It was an exposing experience. Moi te jono shy sipo. While I was at GVD, it's very much like family. You know, we laughed, we joked. The chemistry between us was just beautiful. So he was a wonderful person to work with. So I really just want to say thank you. And I know that is something that is extended from GVD as well. You know, people, venture into other areas, things change. However, you always need to give thanks for the time that you spent with someone, especially when it was something positive. So, nous ka souhaiter Marvin, plus bonne chance when they know lot show, nous ka really express bonne chance pour lui, nous ka di merci pour tant nous te fait ici et nous really ka apprécier. Now, bon m'av pas là. So dès les créoles moins tombé quand amassé bon quand ouais pas là, les tombé dans la en anglais. So nous supposé qu'à parler deux langues. So choisis ça ou ka parler audio. It also gives the opportunity. I know some persons were interested in hearing the show, but then they were not too versed in the Creole. So we're going to mix and match as much as possible. Okay. Now, again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. And as is always the case, if it is not broken, don't fix it. So Cynthia Dollar Butcher, good night. How are you doing? Miss Doreen, moi call you, yeah, moi Moi apologize pour ça. Nous t'es dans le thème, moi t'es parti ça pour école là. Mais moi really apprécié ou ka kouye qui nouvelle ou qui manière jounoyer qui manière tout bail ka aller. Vanessa Charles Bascom, thank you so much for the support. Jenny Green, Shums Ogis, tout ces moun ka continue ka veille show ka kouye nous ka nous really appreciate. We know that we have not been able, the last 2 Sundays, we were not able to bring you the show. We had technical difficulties and exhaustion. That is the reason for it. I think 2 Sundays ago, we had our graphics card, hopefully I said it right, that blew. So that was while we were setting up, so we were really not able to get the show. And last Sunday, we were coming in from another event. So the time lapse was just difficult to get it done. However, we are here and we are continuing. Like everything in life, we're going to keep pressing on. Now, so l'école qui vient ouvert demain. Demain c'est 19 comment? Oui, demain l'école supposé qu'à ouvert. Mais ça va chay pas on est chay concern pour COVID et manière tout bail qu'à travail. Mais les écouter on bail from medical director Dr. Sharon Belma George. Il était parler about ba yo ka meilleure place. Excuse me. Il était dit COVID c'est pas un bagay yo ha réaliser ka affecter maman tellement transmission c'est pas you pas really need transmission in school. Children to children is hardly in a school environment. So on chay ces cases COVID là c'est plus grand monde. So yo ka prendre chance là yo hani come meeting pour une décision ça that yo ka voyer c'est maman la vie l'école. Bon pour moi opinion in my humble opinion I think we have there seems to be this I feel like we're trying to keep up. And when I say we, I mean parents, teachers, the education system, the country, and of course, by extension, our global community. I feel like we're trying to keep up, and let's say specific to St. Lucia, we're trying to keep up to prove that we kind of catching up. But then you have to ask the question, catching up to what? Because realistically, the entire world took a step back, a whole year's step back because of the pandemic. And I think there's a lot of pressure being applied to the teachers to have them meet a syllabus or meet a criteria or cover areas in very little time, very little resources, very little one-on-one, very little space, face-to-face, and still not much changes. There's a lot of pressure on the children, not just in terms of not having access to electronics, but because I know the ministry has definitely stepped in to help that. I know several persons who have benefited from that. But just the process, because you take children who are used to their class, their face-to-face learning, and now they have to adjust online. So it's challenging for them. It's challenging to have a child sit for hours just staring at a screen. That in and of itself is a challenge. The home environment is challenging. Most of the time you're home, you're not thinking about going to school. And of course the parents. Because the reality of it is a lot of our parents are not equipped to handle the workload that the children have. A lot of them are not tech savvy enough to handle the children, to handle the questions that the children have. I remember some time ago, my daughter had some assignment and then you had to open it on this app and then put it as an attachment. And then I'm saying, but what about the parents who are not tech savvy? And in the case of, say, younger children who have, because most of the children only knew about email when COVID came around. Then every child had to have an email address and join the Google Classroom. So sometimes assignments are sent in their email or it is sent as an attachment. And I know the teachers did a briefing, but it is a lot of pressure. So the question I'm asking is, why is there this seemingly this need to prove that we have it together, that yes, we can still go ahead with CXC and we can still go ahead with common entrance? And so I'm asking the question, why not just start over? Why not just start the school year over in September and just consider just chuck 2020 to COVID and start over. I feel like the children may be disadvantaged and a disservice may be done to them as a result of, because let's be realistic, COVID hit us hard about the 17th of March last year. School closed and it reopened in October. And then there was school for about a month and then it closed again in November. And then, so there's not been, and again, this is my opinion, I don't think there has been sufficient engagement and interaction, particularly for the children who are going to be writing Common Entrance and the children who are going to be writing CXC. Now, I know the Ministry of Education had shifted Common Entrance to be just multiple choice. And I know they're currently reviewing COVID, especially, sorry, not COVID, CXC, especially with what is happening in St. Vincent now. But I think it's something that bears consideration, especially the because you bought books, all of us bought books that children have not used for this past school year. And what happens when September rolls around? Do we now incur another $500 to $1,000 debt of books? So all of these things to be considered, especially when, in truth and in fact, the school syllabus has not been met. And this is through no fault. I'm in no way, shape, or form blaming the teachers, but the environment makes it very, very difficult for the children to function as they should. So, and switch, and the so sa kaya ka konsene mwe se se mamay la mande Yohani ase travail, ase interaction avec ses teachers la ase bay fait pour yo hapwe pa we, especially c'est ça qui ka matché Common Entrance, c'est ça ka matché CXC ek tout bay qui fait avec COVID. Suggestion moi, and again c'est moi, c'est pour juste commencer l'école là, juste vier commencer l'école en septembre, parce que while on need d'autres maman qui kay ça cope puis yo parallel struggle, mais on c'est ça qui kay de manière difficile pour yo besoin quand face to face interaction, yo besoin c'est quand c'est bay ça ek mani l'idée il a fait un faveur pour manière ba la ka changer peut-être moi faire les work then Common Entrance ka venir XCX ka venir c'est tout ces moments là ka fait bon moi savent Ministry of Education changer Common Entrance pour faire strictly multiple choice et moi savent yo ka considérer pour CXC mais encore c'est opinion moi bon merci on chay pour écouter nous à so nous causer. Nous on l'autre l'histoire pas l'histoire nouvelle Martinique ko d'autres gunmen hooded gunmen mais yo ka di hooded en Creole yo me bay en hooded yo et yo entourant dans l'hôpital ko la tenon 7 lycéens qui était tout après fusillé li 11 avril il était tout après fusillé 3 côtés et yo kidnappé yo point yo parti et puis yo mette dans trunk motorcar et yo parti et puis so one can only guess what happens now mais ça a fait odia dans l'hôpital en Martinique. Okay, so et non pour questionner parce au chaile bon moi même makay dit oh ça cette lycée fait tout parti yo parti c'est non cette lycée c'est moun tout et réalité c'est si l'année andi l'année 12,000 moun 12,000 cette lycée Martinique tout temps pas fait un bagage qui vaut nouvelle ou pas toi pe ko une nouvelle so ça mean c'est si ou on cette lycée tué et then il vient une nouvelle then nous ka savoir que cette lycée ka tué ça pas veut dire chaque cette lycée qui monte Martinique ka tué même manière si on cette lycée fait un bagage bon et qui revient à nouvelle mais l'année on chay qui just aller about la vie au régulier travail point que famille au bail comme ça so moi j'aime moun qui catchile pour juger en whole nation par action yon de d'autres monde ça pas un bagage qui juste c'est un point mais n'importe côté où un monde aller pour chercher on la vie il catchile qui gagne primaire l'une des manières pour faire ça ça qui doit et ça qui gauche. C'est ça on est. Là c'est deux manières qu'on fait ça. Aide ou garder là ou garder OK. You are ni pli, so kay travail, ou kay fait ça, ou kay fait la han, ou kay voye course descendre. Yes, ça moi juste français, moi di course. Ou kay voye bay descendre, ou kay garder côté famille. Et ben ou kay garder l'autre manière pour faire pli vite et ben pli si vite. So nous ka hope that garçon still vivant. C'est si mieux yo te point passe yo catchule c'est on padna yo et yo vinn point avant moun fini ça yo te vinn faire c'est si mieux ça paye yo vinn fini ça yo te vinn faire so nous ka really hope that yo henny et yo henny vivant bon nous kay oswa nous kay ka faire un scénario bon nous kay prendre un petit break dans moment mais nous kay faire un petit scénario à sous Annou Koze. Nous avons invité pour couiller, ou ça, toute manière, ou ça cause avec nous, dit nous, ça qui est l'aide ou si vous voulez, soit une bonne chance, si vous voulez, n'importe contribution vous voulez faire, nous apprécions ça aussi. Mais nous avons payé tax bill, et là nous vieux, nous avons un bel petit scénario. So, merci qu'à écouter, nous à sous Annou Koze.
My MP said that we would have a new wellness center. Here we are. It's almost finished.
My community said we needed a new wing to our secondary school. And my MP said yes.
My sister said she needed help to find a job, so my MP created a job fair.
Our athlete said we needed better sporting facilities.
A new early childhood development center.
My neighbors said.
My sister said.
The children said.
Community said.
Roads and a new park. And my MP said.
Yes.
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 Of course.
Nous tous, c'est une famille en micro de nord. On nous continue pour faire progrès avec Antigale.
PAX is the agent for Caribbean Line, which offers an effective alternative for global integrative of transport logistics from Sheerness, UK to Vieux-Fort St. Lucia in shipping, documentation, administrative procedure, loading and unloading operations. We also offer courier, small package service, customs brokerage, ship agency, freight forwarder, consolidator, and accounting services. Visit them today on New Dock Road, Vieux-Fort, or call 454-1200 or 7198837. PAX is effective, efficient, and reliable.
Real estate transactions are now made easy. Whether buying, selling, or renting residential, commercial, industrial, agricultural, or touristic property, we offer the best deals in real estate transactions with professional support, including valuation, material sourcing, and construction. Contact Ed Harris and Associates, your courteous and efficient real estate agents. Call 485-1456 or email carrotbiz@gmail.com.
Do you need to copy or print your document? Are you in need of insurance? Are you looking for office stationery? Stop. Yes, LMP Services on Clark Lane, Vieux-Fort has all the services you need. They open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Or call 454-8757 or 8757 for affordable rates, reliable and effective customer service with a difference.
Ernesto's Auto Parts, located on the Labrie-Viford Highway, is your place for auto parts. We have suspension parts, mounts, brakes, shocks, and so much more.
We specialize in accessories like mats, batteries, horns, lubricants, and much more.
We're open from Mondays to Saturdays from 8 to 5 and Sundays and most holidays from 8 to 1.
L'opri, Ernesto kay de pou you.
What do you need to transport? Call the hauler. At M&E's Trucking, we offer a wide range of services island-wide. From containerized movement, flatbed service, and lowboy transfers. We're located at Beanfield View Fort. Our skillful professional drivers are ready to serve you. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram or email us at vibration711@gmail.com. Call us at 488-1000. We're ready to serve you. M&E's Trucking Service, a powerhouse ready to haul.
Bonsoir, bienvenue. Thank you so much for staying with us. Welcome back to Annou Koze. And we realize that some of our fans have been asking for Marvin. And at the beginning of the show, we read a statement from the management of GVD. So we're going to read it again for those of you just joining us. Okay? Please bear with me. We, the management and staff of GVD, would like to officially announce the decision of Mr. Marvin Charles to depart from the Annou Koze show. We would like to emphatically state that victimization, sabotage, and any underhanded acts has not been and will not be our modus operandi. We at GVD continue to celebrate and encourage individual expression and opinion. Okay. Backed by facts and respect. We take the opportunity to express sincere gratitude to our sponsors, our viewers, our supporters, and those who continue to encourage us. We would like to thank Mr. Marvin Charles for the time that we spent together, and we extend best wishes to him in his future endeavors. Now, the show Annou Koze will continue, and we thank our viewers for tuning in to us. We continue as a company to work on improving the quality and the frequency of our programs. Thank you so much. So for those of you who were asking about Marv, so Marv is no longer with us at Annou Koze. But of course, as I was saying earlier, I really appreciated the time that we worked together. I appreciate, because it's not even past tense, I appreciate the leap of faith that he took in me, and by extension GVD, of course. But I appreciate the opportunity to co-host with him. I genuinely enjoyed working with Marvin. As is the case with life, everybody is not along this journey with you forever. Everything has a period where it culminates. And in this regard, where Annou Koze is concerned, then that is it. However, we continue to wish him the best. There is no animosity. There is no bad blood. We do extend best wishes to him. And again, I really just want to say thank you for this opportunity. So now, we're going to mix and match with Annou Koze. So, dele, nugale Creole, and sometimes we will do it in English. Se lang mama no ek lang beau-père nous, belle-fère nous. Belle-fère? Ouais, ma femme même là. But yes, so we will definitely just be continuing with the show. Now, before the break, we told you we were going to have a scenario, and we invite you to call. Persons can call. You can definitely call to express whatever you would like in terms of, respectfully, of course, Marv, whether it be the impact, whether it be best wishes. We welcome that. So here's the scenario that we're going to use for the balance of tonight. So a man, technician, may I go ahead? Okay. So a man cheated on his wife. Okay, a couple are married. A man cheated on his wife. His wife found out, and as revenge, she slept with someone else. She got pregnant as a result of the affair. Who broke the family? So that's what we're doing. Nuka Koze also. So nuka gade say topic la nuka discuss also. So la nom la mai. I dormi avec l'autre femme. Les madame li comprend ça. Parce que en Norvège, il dormi avec l'autre nom. Il doit payer gosse après il dormi avec l'autre nom là. So so ada yo there. Qui laisse la qui croise famille. Oui, so usa kuye nou, usa ban nou opinion. Est-ce que tu les ce nom là, est-ce femme là te tout raison pour faire ça et faire. Est-ce nom là supposé garder côté chla actuellement qui really croise famille. So usa kuye ek di nou opinion. Allez ça. Bon, so nous t'ai parlé about avant break là nous t'ai parlé about Martinique et kidnapping là qui était fait en l'hôpital là et nous t'ai aussi parlé about l'école et toutes ces covid measures là c'est maman là assis where you may mask you moi t'ai tano buy from principal Mopoa. So mask and sanitizer c'est même pas là nous t'ai faire là c'est maman là t'ai just via l'école. Nous avons un hand sanitizer, nous avons un savon, nous avons un masque pour garder côté maman là. Nous ça pour essayer, il est obligé difficile pour maman qui a l'habitude de jouer, de courir, de faire qu'on a l'autre actuellement, pour garder qui mon cas est killer. So ou dans classe ou séparé. So psychologically, il est obligé difficile pour ces maman là. So excuse me. So nous encourager parents to work with the school as much as possible. Bon, naivle opinion technician moi. So na ba scenario encore. Ek naivle tan opinion technician moi. So là non on madame et monsieur yo mai. Monsieur a dormi avec l'autre monde. Les madame li savent ça. Il vient en Norvège, so il dormi avec l'autre nom. Il doit payer gosse as a from l'autre nom là. So d'ailleurs there, qui moun qui détruit famille. So technician, ban nou opinion. Ou sa kouye nou, li mo ale screen 722-6542. So ou sa di nou opinion. So technician, temo eta nou.
The lady, she didn't know how to play.
So the technician says the lady destroyed the family because she didn't know how to play. You want to break that down for us?
The man said he is right. He cheated, but nothing came out of it.
You wanted him to get pregnant?
No, but at least the lady did not get pregnant.
Okay.
But here she's going now. No protection. You destroyed her family. You get nobody to know if you did not
Bonsoir, bienvenue à soi, nous Koze.
Bonsoir, Kishma, ça vous fait?
Hey, bonsoir, moi bien, ça vous fait?
Ouais, moi pas, même si moi pas là nous causer, moi bien content parce que là, moi t'es choisi ou t'es venu là en guerre. Et que là, moi, que fait tellement bien, moi dis non. Mwen pou son moun la ep mwen. Kishma mwen vle tou mwen really apresye. Si mwen kwa ou fe evek mwen ek sou pase la. Akwa di mwen wè nou te en fami. Mwen vle aussi di merci pour GVD TV. Yo ite ban mwen comment mwen kay di sa? I ban mwen platform. Ek mate jeme kon mwen te sa pale an le TV kon sa. E mwen vle di ou se mounan ki ka di le ba achete mwen. Le ba pa jeme achete mwen. Flambeau pa kay jeme achete mwen. Mwen se un nom mwen mutual. Yes, moun ba sa achete nom sa la. Mwen di pat from DVD. Mani pièce vile blood against honor. Mwen vle tout moun sav sa. Mwen move on kon tout moun ni pou move on. Mwen kay ni an new show non yse an opinion mwen. Tous les dimanches à 6h. Et moi, ou toujours qu'à faire un bon travail. Moi, juste dit, ou qu'à faire un premier travail par moi. Est-ce que vous comprenez moi? Kish, moi, apprécie, et moi, je voulais dire, nous causer, moi, oui, genre, tout bête là. Avec moi, oui, je vais faire 4, 5, 6, 7 années avec Shoah. Moi, oui, je all the best. Avec moi, je voulais dire encore, merci pour DVD. Pour plateforme, là, on te ban moi. En free plateforme, ma te kapé rien pour 10 mois. Moi, donc, merci. Avec ma pièce haïssement, en pièce moun, avec moi, just move on dans la vie. Et c'est mon nom, moi, qui dit encore, les papas jamais acheté moi, et qui ont pas jamais acheté moi. Merci en pile. Ni en bon souhait. Merci.
Nous really apprécions ça. Merci tellement pour Kakouye. Et bonne chance.
Ok, merci.
All right, bye-bye. So pour ces gens qui tiennent d'autres questions, when they Marvin weapon then well, my actually majority question. So parce que nous savons n'importe là ou by fait ou any rumors qui circulate. Depuis où moun commence à guess, depuis où moun parce tout le monde toujours savent ba yo pas avoir about. Tout le monde toujours expert about ba qui pas évoluer. So nous voulons really just dire merci, nous apprécions là, nous apprécions au cas clair air. So oui. Bonsoir, bienvenue à SoGVD.
Bonsoir.
Nous causer, pardon.
Kishma.
Hello.
C'est problem, c'est Kisha.
Hey, what's up, darling?
I'm good. My English is going, but I'm good.
Oh, that's the beauty of bilingual. Just me, n'importe place, just logic.
Bon, moi couille pour répondre question. Qui moun kinito?
Nakuto.
Moi quand dit c'est voisin kinito, the neighbors have wrong. People not minding the people business that have the wrong. Mind yours, please. Long ago, people used to mind their business, so nobody didn't have a problem and nobody didn't know. Right now, everybody's business. So that's my response. That's how I see it. Everybody have to mind their business. If you all see me passing if somebody else, but mind
your business. I agree. I think it was Sergio Charles who had a song, "If me man are on me, don't tell me nothing."
Exactly. Sometimes the wife will need the extra help. She's tired.
Okay, guys, just give me. I'm just looking at some of the comments so we can definitely.
You know already. Hopefully, I will try to be home as soon as possible.
Looking forward to it, darling. Please stop by when you get it.
I will.
All right, stay safe.
Good night.
Good night. All right, so some of our clients have. It is unacceptable to cheat on your wife, but revenge is not to sleep with another man. There is a different way that we can solve the problem. Okay, we have another, that's from Marilyn George. James Bryce says, 2 wrongs don't make a right. Sharon says she's a joker. They're both wrong, but the woman gone too far. She should have just cheated and go home. Then some people cheat once, some cheat regular. So now she's asking her husband to take care of another man's child. She just needs to stay with the man she's pregnant for. Case closed. And Cynthia says, in my opinion, the family was broken from the time the cheating started. As a wife, I would not sleep with anyone else to prove a point of getting pregnant. I would leave him to enjoy his life with the one or the ones he cheated. Thank you so much, guys. So these are some of the comments that we are getting. And of course, our scenario is a married couple. The husband sleeps with another woman. The wife finds out. She's upset. She sleeps with another man. She gets pregnant. And the question is, who broke the family? You know, so Kisha said it was the neighbors. But we invite you to, you know, of course you can share your thoughts, or you can give us a call and let us know what you think. Okay. Now, our technician says it's the wife because she didn't know how to do it properly. So I'm getting the vast majority of comments are regarding the wife. Okay, so yes, so I'll give you my opinion. I tend to agree with Cynthia to some extent, but I'm gonna leave that there for now. I don't want to influence your opinions. So of course our scenario is couple is married, the man sleeps around, and in our society, in our Caribbean society, that's pretty commonplace. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's justified. I'm saying it's common. So by no or tem, nom kai nom, boys will be boys. So it's something that is commonplace. I've always said we have a polygamous society masquerading as monogamy, because you know most men, okay, not generalizing, but quite a few men have more than one partner. So it's an interesting dynamic. When the shoe is on the other foot, what exactly we believe. So, should the man now take his wife back? Should he now look after the child? Because I believe legally, if they're married, it is his child. Legally, the child can have his name because they're married. So yes, your opinion, we welcome it at this time. And in the interim, let me check this. In the interim, so Sharon is not taking care of anybody's child. Different people interpret pain differently. What he get, he will hold. Legally, the child is his. Yeah, legally, by our St. Lucian law, it is his child. Anytime your wife gets pregnant and you're, it is your child. DNA aside, it is legally your responsibility. That's a catch. It is legally your responsibility. For you to justify not taking care of this child, you would have to prove that it isn't your child. It's not enough to say, well, especially if you didn't leave when it happened. It's not enough to say, oh, well, she, nah, it's yeah. And so, by all means, guys, feel free to call. We heard from Marvin a little while ago. And you are free to whatever it is that you have to say, Nuka Koze. And that's the law, like Kishma so rightly said. Bonsoir, bienvenue à Annou Koze.
Oui, bonsoir. Kishma, it's me again. I'm going to answer the question on a serious note for the people that don't get me, because my humor is something else, you know already.
Twisted, yes.
But I will say to the women, Mekadi by say from la, depuis comment malate nom ka mette tout bagay les femmes, les deux femmes. A woman can do no right, no matter how right she is. When a man, les nom la sorti avant, et puis il coupe en 1000 femmes. Ou ni pou ou et puis ou peut pas ou vie kay maman yo ka vie joindre ma oui ouais yo ka do ça pas rien ça ka fait ça ka wive mais laissez une femme qui fait yo ka crucify they crucify the woman and she becomes the lowest scum of the earth. Now at this stage in life in 2021 we fighting for equal rights and justice, right?
We have been for a while.
It's supposed to be a level plane. Why not there too? why isn't it accepted if we make a mistake that we get back at home? The men get to do it. Why can't we do it? If we're going to be equal, we might as be equal everywhere, all around. I'm not on that. I'm not biased at all. I'm not saying either is right, but I'm saying the treatment of it by society, the mentality has to change.
I tend to agree with you in terms of the mentality changing. I think generally a woman is quick to be treated as a pariah. A woman is quick to be labeled based on the action. I think we generally have a higher expectation of women than we do of men. Even women we don't know. And this is a slight segue, but I remember having a discussion a few days ago regarding the quote-unquote home wreckers and side chick labels that we as women have attached to other women. So even amongst...
There's no such thing. We are home helpers.
Yeah. So even amidst ourselves, we're creating barriers and we're creating subtitles to differentiate the value of us as women. So I'm more valuable because I'm the wife, but you're less because you're the side chick or whatever. And I find that so often, too often, very little emphasis, very little accountability is placed on the man. Because listen, there's no way she would know your address if he didn't tell her. So how she came to wreck your home?
Exactly.
You know, so there's always that aspect. So you hear women say, you know, I have the ring, and you have the ring, I had a man, or whatever the case may be. At the end of the day, from the moment you recognize that it is this easy for you to go from being quote unquote the side chick to being the wife, and from you being the wife to, because the focus is too often on the societal expectations, you know, and not
right now,
the emotional aspect, because
women doing better for themselves. Before men were the breadwinners. These days, the majority of heads in businesses are women.
Yeah, and you have to ask yourself the question: what are you looking for in a relationship? And if the option is side chick and wife, what gets you what you're looking for? If you're looking for...
Well, they should go into a polygamous relationship and go somewhere where it's accepted. But what burns me the most with St. Lucians that want to adopt the lifestyle is there's also a tribe in Africa where the women are allowed to have as many husbands as they want. You think
polygyny,
they will accept that, and that will become a trend in St. Lucia?
No, but then it is only acceptable because it feeds the male ego. But then that's another scenario.
Yes, my food can feed the male ego too, and I feel like if I'm the breadwinner and I'm married, I wouldn't put my husband down and say, oh, I'm making more money than you, but then he goes out and cheats. Whatever I do, I do. If you have a problem with it, the door is wide open.
Now I'm a roots person, so I would be going for what caused the instance of the husband cheating in the first place, because I'm of the view that something must have been wrong for it to start there. Everything else was just a ripple effect.
Kishma,
everything else was a ripple effect.
There ever a real excuse for cheating?
No.
The truth is,
listen, Kish, I never said there was an excuse. I said there's a reason. Okay, I think we lost her. But the point I was making is that I'm not trying to justify. I'm saying, and it's high time we open our eyes, because too often, and we're about to get deep, some of you are going to get offended. We'll buy tissues. Let's move on. So, time that we as women recognize that in any relationship that you are in, anything that happens, blame is to be had on both sides. It does not mean both sides equally, but blame is to be had on both sides. And I am not saying that, you know, I'm not blaming you for what I'm saying. If you're in a relationship and your partner is cheating, unless this person is, oh, I'm sorry. Let me just check some of the comments. All right, beautiful. Yes, so we'll get to that. So unless your partner is you know, a sex addict or something, there's a reason why the cheating is happening in the first place. And if you do not address why, if you're not treating you're busy putting plaster on fractures, then you should not be surprised when people walking with a limp. So why did he cheat in the first place? Because here's one thing that I have recognized. In a relationship, a woman, and I'm an advocate for women. Anybody that knows me knows that, but I'm also an advocate for truth. Women are, too often, we are insecure, we are unrealistic, we are demanding, we are jealous, we are insultive, we are belittling, we are emasculating. But because we're not cheating, we believe we're a good woman. So everything else, and the moment that a man cheats, everything he's done prior makes him wrong. Thank you for calling, Annou Koze. Good evening.
It's me again before digital rudely interrupted.
Oh, I'm going to need a French SIM card. Darling, go ahead.
Yes. I was saying, when it comes to cheating and excuses, if the husband has a problem with the wife, and that happens a lot, and you talk and it cannot get resolved between just the two of you, you bring in a third party, not another woman, but at least a counselor.
But
if it still doesn't work out, you leave. You don't cheat. So if he chooses to stay and he cheats, whatever repercussions there are after, whatever the wife does, he has to hold. And in that case, it's a child. And it's legally his child. The quickest thing to do is put him on child support. Women means in, and it's very difficult to reverse by the law, especially if the biological father doesn't claim the child.
Yeah, and if his name is on the birth certificate, it's a done deal.
Well, his name is automatically put there because they're husband and wife.
Exactly. So, and I think that's the thing, because listen, and I think generally all men are not, because we have this whole men are dogs kind of mindset. All men are not negative, all men are not terrible, and all women are not nice and innocent. And I think it's high time we recognize that.
I have a darling, and I won't call him dog or terrible. I'll just say I'm worse.
You'll say what?
So I'll just say I'm
worse.
Whatever he might be, I'm worse. So I know he knows how to pick his battles. Vitas, good night. How are you, my friend?
But I mean, we really do appreciate the contribution.
Yes,
I think it's a conversation that is worth having.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a conversation that's worth having. But I'm gonna let other persons make the contribution. Please
no
continue
problem.
listening to us.
I'm here on the chat. I'm under the chat.
All right, darling. Stay safe.
Okay.
I know y'all on lockdown. Stay safe.
Yes, we are.
All right. Yes, guys. So I was saying my phone just went off, so I'm sorry if I don't comment. But too often I found that whenever if a woman cheats in a relationship, everything, and it is found out, everything that woman has done prior it just dissipates, and she's now a slut. She's now the worst person out. And if a man has an affair, then the woman is now justified in leaving. But it's not always like Kisha mentioned. Hey, you go to counseling. I think that's the ideal. But the reality of it is we live in a Caribbean society. We as black people, even more so as Caribbean people, counseling is not part of it's not a readily acceptable aspect of our life. Most persons that are going to counseling have either been awoken to the benefits of it or are at a point where they did not have a choice. Most persons are not voluntarily going into counseling, again, if you're not awoken to it. You're in a relationship, things going all right, and you say to your husband or your boyfriend or your significant other, your girlfriend or whatever, hey, this isn't working. I think we need to speak to somebody. And especially if it's your typical Caribbean man, strong, masculine, ego-centered. Truth is truth. Your response would most likely be, my parle by munek about that family. On keep connect my pièce constantly. My pièce côté. And then that's generally what happens. So it is not something that is readily, welcomed. Everybody believes that they can handle their own stuff, and the handling of it is often chaotic. So for me, in the scenario we mentioned, something was already broken before. Something was broken before. Because if you've been married, let's be realistic, if you've been married, let's say 10 years, and then your husband has an affair, after 10 years, something happened. Because if the issue was your husband was a cheater, you would not have even made it to the altar without him cheating. So what kept him faithful for the 9 years? Something happened, and likewise your wife. But a lot of the time we don't want to go to the roots of the problem because it's so much easier to just blame, and because taking accountability is a difficult thing. Saying, okay, you know something? So he says to you, you're not paying attention to me, and I feel invisible, I don't feel seen. I get that we have the children, and whatever the case may be. And your response is, yes, but I'm tired too, and I come from work, and again, I'm not saying that is not a reason. But if you're getting to the root of the problem, get to the root of the problem. So if you as a woman, if you're going to become defensive, whenever you're told that what you're doing is impacting or affecting the other person, you ought not to be surprised when there's a reaction to it. Now, I remember just before my phone turned off, Doris mentioned that from a Christian point of view, it is wrong. I respect that. However, I am saying, irrespective to whether it is wrong or right, it is happening. So whether it is wrong or right, it is happening. So it needs to be addressed. So it is not enough to say to somebody, okay, what you're doing is wrong. Yeah, but it continues to happen. So, yeah, that is one of the factors. Now, we're going to take a short break, and we're going to come back. I'm going to let you guys gather your thoughts. I'm going to put my phone on the charger, and then we're going to continue. So please stay with us. This is Annou Koze.
PAX is the agent for Caribbean Line, which offers an effective alternative for global integrative of transport logistics from Sheerness, UK to Vieux-Fort St. Lucia in shipping, documentation, administrative procedure, loading and unloading operations. We also offer courier, small package service, customs brokerage, ship agency, freight forwarder, consolidator, and accounting services. Visit them today on New Dock Road, Vieux-Fort, or call 454-1200 or 7198837. PAX is effective, efficient, and reliable.
Real estate transactions are now made easy. Whether buying, selling, or renting residential, commercial, industrial, agricultural, or touristic property, we offer the best deals in real estate transactions with professional support, including valuation, material sourcing, and construction. Contact Ed Harris and Associates, your courteous and efficient real estate agents. Call 485-1456 or email caribbiz@gmail.com.
Do you need to copy or print your document? Are you in need of insurance? Are you looking for office stationery? Stop. Yes, LMP Services on Clark Lane, View Fort has all the services you need. They open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Or call 454-8757 or 721-8757 for affordable rates, reliable and effective customer service with a difference.
And Nestor's Auto Parts, located on the Labrie-Viford Highway, is your place for auto parts. We have suspension parts, mounts, brakes, shocks, and so much more.
We specialize in accessories like mats, batteries, horns, lubricants, and much more.
We're open from Mondays to Saturdays from 8 to 5 and Sundays and most holidays from 8 to 1.
Lou pwi, an esto kay de pou you.
What do you need to transport? Call the hauler. At M&E's Trucking, we offer a wide range of services island-wide. From containerized movement, flatbed service, and lowboy transfers. We're located at Beanfield View Fort. Our skillful professional drivers are ready to serve you. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram or email us at vibration711@gmail.com. Call us at 488-1000. We're ready to serve you. M&E's Trucking Service, a powerhouse ready to haul.
Welcome back, guys. Thank you so much. Merci, bienvenue. Merci pour être avec nous. Annou, Annou, Koze. And tonight we were having a scenario. That was our discussion. The scenario was a married couple. So no Michael from Maye. And Nomla Domi Ekolot Nom. Ekolot Moon. The husband cheated, slept with another woman. The wife found out, and as revenge, in retaliation, she slept with someone else, and she wound up pregnant, who destroyed the family. So now my famille, nomla dormi avec un lot femme, madame li apon sa, yon ove yon waje, yon dormi avec un lot nom, et qui tout apé ko gos. So ki moun ki détruit famille. So that was our scenario. That is actually our scenario for tonight. We've gotten some really epic comments from some of you online. I'm going to read some of them. And Nigel Nuss said something interesting. He said the definition of cheating has been debated heavily, and that is so true. That is definitely something that we are going to be speaking about. Sharon said that they're tired of eating the same food. But generally speaking, we have Marilyn says that regardless of what you do to make them happy, some men will cheat. But there are some good men out there. And I'm happy she made that point, because I was actually getting to that. My manager just bow and pose, and because I said there are good men out there, he's one. He's one. I give him that. He's one. Yes. Okay, so there are... Too often, the narrative is that all men are the same. We as women say it all the time. All men are the same and all. But the reality is there are some good men out there. There really are. The reality is there are some terrible women out there. Okay? There are. So you have, I know men who will provide and support and encourage and be there. And they may not necessarily agree with what you're doing, but they have your back. I know men like that. I know a few like that. I really do. I know those who take their children out and spend time with them and make them a priority and wrestle on the floor and roll on the grass. I know those. The reality of it is those are too far and few in between. They are. And if as a society, getting a good man feels like playing lucky dip and hoping that the whole bag of papers you pull up is not empty, then something is wrong with our society. Too often we have the pool that we have to pick from is the feel I so sweet boys, the don't want to dirty my pants boys, the dress up nice, drive the car boys, and I'm not trying to knock anybody, I'm just saying, you know, those who are very, very surface, those whose contribution to the relationship are minimal at best. And ladies, sometimes, in order for us to avoid being lonely, and for us to avoid being alone, or because we're scared to step away from something that we have known for a long time, we settle for garbage. Because we are scared of what it will mean to be divorced or to be separated. Because we're scared of what it will mean if we're not this person's wife. Some of us don't even have a first name anymore. We just Mrs. So-and-so. And some of us settle. We have a call. Hi, good evening. Thank you for call. Well, bienvenue.
Is that Annou Koze?
Yes, this is Annou Koze. Welcome.
Can I make a...
Oh, you are first gentleman. Please, go ahead. Yes.
But, sister, for me, co-brother moving to play.
Oh, well, brother Marvin Pipe in Wasu Annou Koze ako. Nute mentionné ça en commencement show. Il était couillé aussi. Ou matché quoi là?
Matché en charge.
Ah, moi ça comprendre ça, Il vaut matché.
Powerful. En shy.
Moi comprendre ça.
En shy because it's powerful. Et deuxième, moi Annou Koze, Annou Koze, tu parles pas toi.
Non, mais là c'est les programmes ont commencé. Moi dit non de langue. So, ça qui passe à aller en patois, nous kay la dire en anglais. C'est cette lycéenne ou ni. C'est cette lycéenne ou yé. So la kay ni we les n'a parler créole qu'on a fait actuellement. Et là ni les when I will finish it off in English like now. So nous voulons patois moi on chay plus fort là non l'autre monde pour parler patois. Et puis so nous kay faire ça. Mais nous really apprécier au cas écouter programme là. Nous apprécier. All right. So dis-moi qui opinion en le scénario nous te ba tout à l'heure. Non, nous pas dit madame, nous pas dit rien. Alright, mais nous apprécions Kakouye. Nous really apprécions ça. Oh, il a coûté. Oh.
32 years of marriage, where we parler.
Oh, so I could probably, okay, moi comprends ça. On voulait protective 22 years. Moi d'accord avec ça. Just quitter ça va me dire. Alright. Merci beaucoup. Moi d'accord avec ça. Moi de protect 22 years. Alright, stay safe. Alright, na fait ça.
Yes, thanks a lot.
All right, bye-bye. Okay, guys. So yes, we were discussing the scenario. Let me just. I have to keep checking. We have another call. I'm sorry. Thank you for bonsoir, bienvenue à soi nous causer.
Hello, good night. Kishma, me very good. Talk a moment to the shy.
Hey, how are you?
Kishma, good night, good night.
Good night, Miss Doreen. Que nouvelle? Ouais, bonsoir, bah oui.
Comment oui, Kishma?
Moi bien, Miss Doreen, moi bien.
So, Kishma, madame, en tout cas, pour your post, même la cage en est.
Oui, ou quoi, moi, hier, moi, tu as dans la
C'est pas ici, hein, l'autre, ou ça pour nous, il va pour nous-mêmes.
Non, oui, moi, ouais, mais moi, tu as pas
Et c'est quoi, ma vie? Moi, ma vie.
Oui, moi, ça comprend ça, moi, tout.
Moi, ready, marché.
Moi, comprends ça.
Quoi, ma vie, va sous soi. Quoi, il dit moi ça? Quoi, il dit moi ça?
Ok. So, qui nouvelle genou? Qui nouvelle?
Il a dit moi ça. Mais moi, pour moi, là, moi, si, quand comme nous pas de
pardon?
Et si moi, réellement, je suis bien sûr, je vais la job.
Oui, c'est des dimanches là passé, oui. Il était.
Moi, je mettais mal avec moi, moi, c'est ok, mais.
Oui, voilà, Miss Doreen. Mais tout le monde alright? À la side, tout le monde bien?
So, alright, famou alright, c'est famou alright.
Oui, moi, quand il est là.
Ok. Oui. Mon content.
Merci, Miss Doreen. Merci. Ok, écoutez TV, c'est pour ça nous on delay. Mais Miss Doreen, your boss, ouais?
Ok, même tu veux, bye bye.
All right, bye bye.
Okay, good night, have a good night.
All right, good night.
Okay, oui, merci.
All right, so guys, that was Miss Doreen. Miss Doreen, so c'est maman nous cause, c'est moi c'est plus mais mania moi ça dit ça. Hey. Hello, bonsoir.
Yes, good night.
Hi, good night. How are you doing?
Good. Good morning, good night to Brother Marvin. Et vous même aussi.
Merci.
Moi, je voulais dire les choses au soir là. On fait toujours jouer dans la vie, là, ni différents politiques. Là, ni ici, madame, la c'est une madame qui travaille avec des quoi, pas qu'elle pas de nom, qu'elle continue à faire ça, lui-même qu'elle pas de pays, à moi-même, oui, on pas qu'elle point madame là, qui a fait bailler, mon qu'elle point là, il va pour mon ça. Non, mais c'est pas ça. But at the end of the day, ou dit comme ça, dans un relationship, là, nous côté en bas, il break up. Bon, il y a une foundation somewhere, en bagaille commencer, il fait qu'il ça avec place. Et là, nous toujours en famille. Ou madame, non, c'est de best initiative qu'a fait si bail à sous-côté, undercover. Ça pas mean that moi, quand y a avec c'est mal fait comment. Because non, non, ça c'est non, moi, c'est merci, ouais, c'est pourquoi. Mais moi-même qui me pride, ouais, c'est moi. Pas because non, moi, tu discours, moi-même, quand y a avec, madame, là, c'est envie, madame, not has let you the performance not party boy, whatever. Madame, non, mais I got it to buy it. Mais ça pas même qu'à la caisse. So, là, c'est no problem. Problem là, c'est au côté. So, madame, not ha que c'est, I got madame, not ha que cheat technicien à partir ça. So, So il just fait, il était jeune green light là, puis il était parti à faire mal porté. C'est qu'on a moi même moi. Madame Lanito.
Moi apprécie ça, Kola. Moi apprécie ça. Merci. And the caller does make a good point. Il a fait un bon point parce que pour moi, si vous savez nom là dormir avec l'autre femme, pour qui ça premier réponse c'est pour dormir avec l'autre nom. Pour qui ça réponse là pas OK, qui ça qui fait est-ce nous ça ranger, est-ce nous ça et bien si vous catchez le passe à point pour partir. Mais pour moi des questions à sur qui raison premier réponse c'est pour dormir avec l'autre nom. Mais comme on te dit avant moi catchez on va été à casser, on va été à croiser avant ça fait. So, of course, this is Annou Koze. And we're doing it in English and in Patois. So our scenario tonight, of course, is on our make of a maye. Normally, I ki dormi a lot from Madame Lee, find out Madame Lee Savsa. Madame Lee vina waje dormi a lot nom. Itu ape go bude ki moun ki kase famille. So, sis, ça c'est scenario nous on swear. Nous just ni on guess qui just tout. Bonsoir, bienvenue à Annou Koze. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, good night.
Nous
kata nous monsieur.
Yes, I'm sama Nigeria. Okay. Hello.
Hi. Nous kata nous pas écouter TV là non ti delay, so just écouter téléphone. Hello.
Yes, ça me dit c'est ça. Là you can say Father's Day. Father's Day supposed to faire en avec Father's Day. Là il fait il faut un jour. Ça va causer un chai vision. Donc là cette fête là. Là mon pas bien spécial, ça va spécial vous savez. Je crois voir maman madame est ici. So il fait la pour l'autre place copiation, ne peut pas dire well, non c'est carrément c'est comme ça c'est là mais il va faire le côté. Ça m'a dit à ma fille c'est ça. Je vais faire que papa et maman ensemble. Là il non à ma family deal something like that.
So si moi comprends ça ou ka di pito là ni fête maman ek fête papa yo te supposé ka fête à même là.
Oui.
Pito yo séparé.
Ça cause division.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, moi comprends ça au ka dia. Pour moi ka chile yon c'est raison il séparé c'est parce que OK, so ka chile si yo teni ensemble. Ou pas est-ce ka chile si c'est maman et papa qui a pli l'amour, pli affection les jours ça puis l'autre là.
Oui, ma vie m'a bien tanné, but oui, il fait tout pour faire comme ça. Il fait bien tout love. Parce que là, mon double façon speech. Il a parlé de maman, dit maman, ça, et de papa tout. Bon, c'est ça qu'on dit bien pour.
OK, moi comprends ça au Kadia. All right, moi comprends ça au Kadia. Merci on chay caller.
Okay.
All right. So the caller was caller Kadia about il actually fait maman et fait papa supposé fait même là. So you two lady kai hen lamu, you two lady kai pass là on course on first place second place. So you can garder fait maman ko first place et fait papa ko second place. So while moi comprends ça Kadia ma d'accord. Moi actually là on bagay significant en lavo ou set aside temps pour lui. So si maman signifie un lavo, si maman son monde qui apporte un lavo, là non tel, là c'est just temps pour honorer maman. Même ça pas about frère c'est so cousin et puis pas même papa, c'est temps pour maman. Et là ni on temps pour papa, même manière honorer papa ou by papa ou jouer, by papa ou l'amour. When they problème c'est on chay moun pa ni en bonne relation avec papa yo. So as a result, money ayo kay ono way maman yo. C'est pas money ayo te kay ono way papa yo. Cause reality I say no niyon problem avec papa generally pa ka la en la vie c'est maman la